gym floor at Lincoln High School. They trail it by 13. I'm sure head coach Kelly said there's still 2 quarters of play to go here. We're not out of it yet. If they can get their shooting touch from the outside going, can be deadly from behind the three-point line. For Wilson, I'm sure head coach Larry Tomovic said the same thing. There are still 2 quarters of play. A 13-point halftime lead doesn't mean anything if you can't hold on to it. Immediately they go to Billy Wright on the corner left side. A shot from 8 is no good. Tyree Babs had the rebound. He comes out with an elbow, goes up, missed the shot. Tipped by Nelson, is good. On the weak side, Andy Nelson puts the shot up and gets the ball to fall in. Andy Nelson now with 6 in the game off the tip. Pressure in backcourt. Wilson beats it. On the wing right side near forecourt is Wilson. They give it up to Brady on the wing right side. Top of the key, Valentine leans in. Double pump shot. Got it to go from 7. Valentine now with 10 ties Holland for the scoring lead. Here comes Lincoln quickly into forecourt. McLean double teamed on the wing left side. Beats the double team. Pass it out on top. Go top of the key. Right side. Actually left side. Shot by Wright. No good. Rebound. Valentine tips it away from Babs and has it in backcourt. Outlet into forecourt to Smith. Down the left side. Doesn't have the numbers. Will wait for the rest of his team to join him in forecourt. Give it to Parker between the circles. Passes. Wing. Right side. Three-pointer coming on the way. Missed by Brady. Rebound. Smith has it. Pulls it out. Sets up the offense. Back to Parker. Three-point shot straight on. Off the back iron. No good. Neither team has hit a 3. Rebound by Nelson. Outlet in backcourt to McLean. Wilson maybe going for the jugular here too early on in the second half, leading it by 15, 38 to 25. On the wing right side, McLean. Press there by Wilson's Foster. Out on top it goes Martin. Swinging around for the three-point shot left side. Nelson finally got it to go. Andy Nelson, if he gets hot, watch out. He's got 9 of the game. And the lead is now 10 at 28 to 38. Up court, Parker fouled from behind in backcourt. A push coming up either against Nelson or against Martin. It is Nelson who will pick up the foul. That's number 2 and the first team foul of the second half against the Lincoln Abes. So Wilson will inbound at midcourt. Along the near sideline, it comes into backcourt to Parker. Dribbles across the timeline. Left to right on an angle. Between the leg dribble. Pass off to Brady on the wing. Right side. Back out on top. On the wing, Parker looking down low to Smith. Baseline. Goes inside. Reverse layup. It's up. Off the rim. No good. Tip up by Valentine. No good. Whistle underneath. We have a foul against McLean. Number 3 coming up against Ed McLean. He may get a technical. He threw the ball against the wall. He will get a technical. And that will be 4 fouls now on Ed McLean. He picked up the personal, gets called for the technical as well. He picked up the ball, didn't like the official's call, and slammed it off the wall behind the backboard down to our left, and that is a major mistake by Ed McLean. They cannot afford to lose him.
And no Buddy Ryan poster to throw at either.
So 4 fouls on McLean. He's probably going to have to come out. Parker shooting the technicals. He makes the first. He'll get another. Wilson will also have possession of the basketball. For Parker, his first point of the game. 7th player to score for Wilson. Here comes McLean out, and All-Timer will check in. Parker at the line to try to sink the second free throw. His team up by 11, 39-28. Second shot by Parker on the way. It's good. Nothing but net for Chad Parker. He has 2 points, and Wilson will have possession. Andy Nelson 3 got Lincoln back. Looked like they're going to start a run, but then the technical off the foul against McLean. That's boom, boom, 2 quick fouls on McLean, and he has to take a seat on the bench with 6 minutes left, third quarter. On the wing, left side, Brady on top to Parker. Parker looks back to Brady on the wing. In the corner, Smith. Smith up it down low, looking for Valentine. Valentine looked outside. The pass went inside. Thrown out of bounds. It'll be Lincoln basketball on the turnover. Pressure in backcourt as the inbounds pass comes to All-Timer. Double team. They try to trap him as he dribbles, picks up the dribble, pass to midcourt, to right, feeds down the left wing. Martin into forecourt on the left side with a basketball. Dribble drive to the baseline. Cross-court pass to Nelson outside that three-point shot. Takes a 22-footer off the rim, won't stay down. Wright gets the rebound. Shot blocked from behind by Valentine. Valentine apparently got him on the wrist. And for Darren, that'll be his second and this first team foul on Wilson here in the second half. Wilson up by 12, 40-28. That'll send Wright to the line to shoot 2. He is 2 of 3 from the charity stripe tonight. He has 4 points in the game. And against Bellarmine earlier this season, it was his free throw shooting that kept his team close and allowed them to pull out the win late in the ball game. Right at the line to sink the free throw. The first one is on the way. It's off the back iron, off the front rim and in. And he has 5 points, and the lead is down to 11, 40-29. Wright eyes the hoop. 3 dribbles. Spin it in his hand. Spin the knee. Shot on the way. A high arc, and it's good. NBC, nothing but cord. for Billy Wright, and he has 6 in the game, and the Wilson lead is down to 10. Across the timeline on the feed, Foster down low in the corner to Valentine on the corner right side. Pressured there by Wright. Puts the head fake, drives the baseline, goes up, put it up, it's good. Beat 2 defenders on his drive to the baseline and lays it up. Darren Valentine now with 12 in the game, the leading scorer for Wilson. In backcourt pressure by Wilson. Martin takes it up to the midcourt line, still not across the timeline. Finally to Babs. Babs feeds to Wright. Wright goes up. Shot partially deflected by Smith. Rebound pulled down by Brady out the miss. In backcourt to Parker. Parker up court between the circles. Dish off on the wing to Smith on the wing right side. Drives in. Puts it up from 7. It's on the back iron. Won't fall down. Rebound. Babs has it for Lincoln. Leave it for Alltimer. Alltimer on the drive. Stutter step move around Parker to the midcourt stripe. Bounce pass stolen by Brady. Brady got a 3-on-1. Stolen from behind by Martin. Martin picks it up. He's got the numbers. 4-on-2. Blind look pass to the left side. Up the glass and up by Babs. Tyree Babs with 9 on a nice speed by Martin. The no-look scoop pass. Backcourt pressure. Wilson threw it away. That's the Lincoln press that can be so deadly. 4:31 to go. The clock stops. Wilson up by 10, 42-32. And they're going to inbound along the baseline because nobody touched the pass on the inbounds. So it'll be Lincoln basketball underneath the basket in forecourt down to our right. Valentine will come out. And Jeremy Holland is back in.
Well, let's see if Lincoln's going to try their little inbound play when they got Terrence Trent running right underneath the basket to get the easy layup in the first half.
Trent not in the game, so they're going to pass way out on top to Nelson. Nelson between the circles, double team. Parker comes up, body to body as he drives left side. Bounce pass on the baseline to Martin. Get into the high post, off the glass on the leaner by Wright. It's good. Billy Wright now with 8 in the game, and that's the difference in the game, 8 points. Wilson up court, the pass deflected, but we have a foul coming up as taking a hard charge and slamming on the ground and maybe hitting the back of his head was Alltimer in backcourt. He's a little slow getting up. It looks like he is okay. Maybe just frustrated that he picked up the foul. For Alltimer, that will be his first and the third team foul of the second half against Lincoln.
Well, he knows he's in a basketball game. He just doesn't know if it's a Tuesday game or a Friday game right now.
42-34. Wilson up by 8. They led by 13 at the intermission. They will have the basketball in backcourt. Smith will inbound, looking for Parker. Instead, he will go to Holland. Holland, double team, will give it up to Parker. Parker, behind the screen, takes it across the timeline, between the leg dribble, crosses court, right to left. Bounce pass, looking for Holland. Holland was making his move to the hoop. He threw it out of bounds. It's the third consecutive turnover on a possession by the Wilson Rams and a chance for Lincoln to get back within 6 points. Nelson trapped in backcourt. His pass comes up to Babs along the wing, right side. Leave it for Wright. Right between the circles for Nelson. He calls for help. Gets it from Alltimer. Alltimer makes his move down the right side. Dribble. Pass on the give and go from Wright to Nelson. Pass cut off. Ball is loose. Picked up by Babs. Give it up to Martin. Drive to the top of the key. Turn around. Pass inside. Lay it off the glass. No good by Babs. Rebound. Knocked free. Out of bounds. Or do we have a foul? No, it is out of bounds. Last touch by Holland for Wilson.
Well, Holland would have got to that ball, but he's playing with a bad ankle that he hurt in the first half. He just couldn't reach out far enough to tip it back into the court.
Wants a tape on that right ankle, I'm sure, underneath that sock. Inbounds pass right to Babs underneath. Lay it up. It's good. Tyree Babs now with 11 in the game, and the lead is 6. Here comes the pressure. Beaten by Parker. Drives it across the timeline. Down the wing left side. Passes out on top to Holland. Leave it up to Brady. On the baseline. The pass. No-look pass inside to Smith, who wasn't expecting the ball. Lost it out of bounds. Off the feed from Foster, and Wilson wants a timeout with 3:22 to go in the third quarter. They lead it 42-36. Their 13-point lead whittled down to 6. This is high school basketball on 1180 KLAY.
Prep basketball on KLAY 1180 AM is underwritten by a group of local businesses urging you to support your favorite schools, including Elite Services at 87th and Hosmer. For the best in professional carpet and upholstery cleaning, the call to make is Elite Services, the cleaning experts. For free estimates, call 531-2070 for Elite Services. And another proud prep sponsor is 5 Sand and Gravel, with over 35 years supplying Kelly Block for retaining wall construction. Also remember, 5 Sand and Gravel offers complete site preps for new construction. 5 Sand and Gravel, call 922-7710. KLAY 1180 AM joins with a number of Prep Sports Club boosters to give recognition to local student athletes. Now, these boosters include A1 Electric Appliance Sales and Service at 7622 27th Street West in University Place. If you need a new washer or dryer or an appliance fixed, call A1 Electric and Appliance in University Place at 564-4477. And another proud sponsor of Prep Sports is Transitions Limited, 101st and Portland Avenue, a family wellness center offering personalized and affordable alcohol and drug treatment programs. For more information on these programs, contact Transitions Limited.
Back to action, Lincoln with the basketball. They've cut the Wilson 13-point lead down to 6. In backcourt, some pressure by Wilson. Altheimer makes his move up to the timeline, gets across the timeline, took a step, got away with it, but the pass was stolen by Smith. In backcourt for Wilson. We'll leave it for Parker. Parker jogs it up to the timeline. Bounce pass on the wing right side to Holland. Holland back out on top to Foster. Foster looks to Brady. Brady at the three-point line. He's 0-4 from there tonight. To Parker in the corner. Bounce pass. Low post Smith. Spin move. Double team. Kick it out to Foster. Wing left side. Holland looked at the three. Won't take it. Into Smith in the corner left side. Back it on top to Parker. Wilson trying to work the ball around. Out on top it's Foster with the basketball. Trying to draw the defense out. Look for the backdoor play. Foster looking for some help. Overplay. Lincoln can't come up with the steal. Holland three-point shot left side. Got it. Drains the basket. Jeremy Holland now with 13, his first basket since leaving in the second quarter with an ankle injury. And Wilson's lead is 45-36, a 9-point advantage. Nelson in backcourt. Double team trapped at the midcourt stripe. Pass into backcourt to Altheimer. Beats the timeline with a pass to Martin. On the wing right side. Dribbles in toward the three-point line. Met there by Parker. Give it to Wright out on top. Swinging around the perimeter to Nelson. Take the three-point shot from 25 off the blast. No good. Rebound pulled out by the smallest guy on the court, Altheimer. Takes it back out on top. Sets up the offense for Lincoln with 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Martin on the wing. Dump it down inside to Wright in a low post. Knocked away from behind. Thrown in to Brady. Brady dribbles away from pressure in backcourt. Leaves it for Parker. Checked there by Martin. Oh, they're going to call an offensive foul. Martin was moving on the play, and they called Parker for the offensive foul.
I think that was a great job of acting by Martin on the play. More than there was a foul that on the offense. But it looked like he got him with the elbow, and that's what they called.
Well, he was moving. The defender was moving on the play. He was certainly not planted with his feet firm on the floor. He was moving up court, shadowing the ball carrier, but the official makes the call, so it will be Lincoln basketball. They trail it by 9 with 1:52 to go third quarter. Remember, they are playing most of this third quarter without the services of Ed McLean, who picked up 2 early fouls in the second half. One of those a technical to go along with 2 he had picked up in the first half. He's sitting on the bench with 4. And Altheimer has come off the bench and played very well, especially on the trapping defense for the Lincoln Abes. And now a substitution as Zach Payton will check in for the first time for Lincoln, replacing Tyree Babs along the Lincoln front line. Payton, a 6'4" senior. The inbounds pass comes to Altheimer near midcourt. Lincoln moving left to right. He dribbles left to right across the top of the perimeter. Outside that three-point line. Shadowed by Parker. Reverses direction now. Bounce pass back to the wing right side to Martin. Martin looking down low for Payton. Payton trying to post up on Brady. Three-point shot from the corner right side. In and out. Won't stay down for Nelson. Rebound. Martin goes up. His shot won't stay down. Rebound. Put back high off the glass. No good by Payton. Rebound Wilson. Out of backcourt. Here comes Smith. Pass ahead to Brady. Brady down the right side in the corner. Holland looked at the three. Won't take it. He'll pull up for the shot from the 18. No good. Rebound. Ripped down by Wright. Up ahead to Nelson on the fast break. Nelson to the hoop. His shot will go. Wanted to foul. He didn't get it. Andy Nelson not shooting well from the outside. Still has 11 points in the ball game. And the lead is down to 7 for Wilson. Here's Parker between the circles. Pass off wing right side to Holland. Checked by Martin. Looking inside. Trying the alley-oop. They won't pass off. Instead, they go out on Parker. Parker puts it in the key. Turnaround jumper from Smith. No good from 7. Rebound. Billy Wright has another board for Lincoln on the defensive end. Outlet to Altheimer in backcourt. Jogs it up toward the timeline. Across the midcourt circle. Pressure there by Parker. Makes his move to the top of the key. Bounce pass. Wing right side Martin. Checked by Foster. Looking inside to Payton. Payton pressured by Brady. Out on top to Nelson. Nelson back in the corner right side. Three-point shot. Martin on the way. Got it! Martin, they gave him the tray. He took it. He scores. It's a 4-point Wilson lead, 45-41. Here's Parker at the free throw line. Jumper on the way. Off the back iron. Pops high in the air. No good. Rebound. Guess who's got it? Altheimer. Alley-oops along. 2-on-0 break. Here comes Nelson to the layup. Got it. Andy Nelson got behind the defense along with Wright. Here's the inbounds pass. Brady has it. Brady to Parker across the timeline. The lead is 2 for Wilson. Ivy Smith at the three-point line. Leave it up for Parker between the circles. Swinging around the perimeter, right side to Holland. The Lincoln students are on their feet. Three-point shot at the buzzer. No good by Holland. At the end of three, Lincoln has cut a 13-point halftime deficit to 2 points. It's 45-43. Wilson on top. This is high school basketball on 1180 KLAY. 45-43. Wilson up by 2 as Lincoln outscores the Rams 20-9 in the third quarter. Wilson had outscored Lincoln 20-9 in the second quarter. It was a 2-point margin of lead at the end of 1 for Wilson. They have a 2-point lead at the end of 3 as they have a 13-point halftime lead erased without the services of Ed McLean on the bench with 4 fouls for Lincoln. The Abes are able to come back. So we have a new 8 on the clock as we start the fourth quarter. Wilson is going to have to solve this second half press that's been so successful for Lincoln, something that they are so effective with. They weren't effective with it in the first half. Coach Kelly apparently made some change-up in the locker room at halftime and has made that press effective again. At the midcourt stripe, Wilson will inbound. Parker will give it in backcourt to Holland. Holland will walk it up to the timeline across the midcourt stripe into forecourt as he moves right to left. Between the circles, pass off to Parker on the wing right side. Looking inside, instead goes to Brady, top of the circle. High post, turnaround Smith, goes to the hoop, off the glass, got it to roll on the move to the left, and then spun to the right and lays it in. Ivy Smith now with 8 in the game. The pass across the timeline. Martin, his pass was blocked by Ivy. Smith, rebound. Zach Payton has it. Left of the hoop, goes up, off that glass, got it to fall. Zach Payton with his first 2. 7 players have scored now for Lincoln. Here's Parker on the wing, left side off the pass. He'll hold up, wait for the rest of his team, takes it out between the circles, dribbles left to right across the top of the perimeter. Pass off wing right side to Holland. Holland, as McLean is checked back in the game. Here comes Brady in the corner. Here's a shot from Holland off the iron, no good rebound. Zach Payton pulls it away for Lincoln. Outlet to McLean in backcourt. At the midcourt stripe, moves around the defense, takes it down the right side, away from Foster, pull up from 7 on the right side, shot no good, rebound ripped away by Brady. Here comes Wilson on the run. From behind, Martin with another steal, but he knocked it out of bounds. And we have a foul on Martin from behind. Apparently they say got him on the hand. I thought it was a clean steal. He just knocked it out of bounds. But it will be a foul on Martin. That is his first and the 5th team foul here in the second half on Lincoln as Valentine will check back in for Wilson, and Ivy Smith is going to come out. No, it's going to be Holland who comes out. Campbell comes in, and Brady will check out.
That's one thing the officials have done tonight is they have let these kids play basketball.
Here's Ivy Smith. Pass off wing left side to Holland. Holland checked by McLean. McLean playing with 4 fouls between the circles to Campbell. Wing right side to Smith. High post. Give it. Foster back it on top to Holland. Holland inside. Valentine turn around. Got fouled on his way up. And he should be shooting 2, and that'll be the 6th team foul against Lincoln here in the second half. And let's see who gets the call. We had, I think, Tyree Babs down there low along with Payton as the official comes over to the scorer's table. And I believe it's going to be Payton. Zach Payton will pick up his first. And that is the 6th team foul. So 1 away from the penalty now. Lincoln at the line. Valentine. Let's see if he's shooting 2. I think he would be. He looked like he was in the act of shooting when he got fouled. And the first one is on the way, and it gets the roll off the back iron and falls in. Darren Valentine now with 13 in the contest. He and Holland share the scoring lead for Wilson.
Well, he has to be shooting 2 because there are only 6 team fouls against Lincoln.
Next one is on the way, and it is good. Valentine has 14. The Wilson lead is back up to 4 at 49-45. 6:36 to go in our contest. Bounce pass across the timeline to Martin. Gets trapped along the sideline, but he finds McLean behind him. He passes off. McLean back to Martin. Fake the 3. Got the defense up. Drives in. Pull up from 12. No good. Rebound. Tipped around. Controlled by Wilson. Ivy Smith on the baseline. Double team. Outlet pass to Foster. Ahead to Holland. Holland across the timeline. Down the left side. Low post to Valentine. Splits the defense. Leans in from 7. Off the glass. He got it to go. Valentine with a leaner. And he's got 16 in the game. And Wilson is up 51-45. Whistle at the other end of the floor. And underneath we have a foul coming up on Wilson. Or was the ball knocked out of bounds? I believe Campbell may have picked up a foul for the Rams. It would be their 3rd team foul of the second half. As Wright will check back in for Lincoln. The foul is on Valentine. That's number 3 on Valentine. Remember the game we saw him play against Bellman. He fouled out. Wright comes in. Payton out for Coach Kelly and the Lincoln Abes. The inbounds pass in the corner left side. Nelson, three-point shot from there. It's on the way. It's off the iron. No good. Rebound. Babs has it. Lost it on the floor. Picked up by McLean. Goes to the hoop, and he's fouled on his way up. He'll get 2 shots.
Well, in that 52-51 victory earlier this season against Bellarmine, we saw an amazing shot. McLean had 2 guys hanging on him, and he somehow managed to get the ball off the glass and into the hole. And it was amazing on how he got the shot off on that play.
The foul is against Valentine, and he has now picked up 4 for Wilson. As we have 5:57 left, and remember, he did not play at all in the first quarter, so he's picked up 4 fouls in just a little over 2 quarters of play. And Wilson has called for a timeout here with 5:57 left. They have a 6-point lead at 51-45. They led at one point by 13. Lincoln, with a strong third quarter performance, cut that gap down to 2. But Wilson, early on here in the fourth, has strengthened the lead back up to 6.
Well, I got a pretty good idea of why we didn't see Darren Valentine in the first quarter. I don't think it was a problem with the jersey. I think Coach Tomervik wanted to have him late in the ball game. With 6 minutes to go, he already has 4 fouls. So imagine if he would have been there at the starting of the ball game, that would have been his 5th, and he would have been sitting on the bench. Watson will add 5:57 from the bench.
Remember, Ed McLean also has 4 fouls. He is the Lincoln playmaker. Team fouls are 6-4 in favor of the Abes, so they are 1 away from putting Wilson in the bonus. But Wilson has been a foul committing team most of the season and put teams on the line quite a bit. And at the line here will be McLean to shoot 2. Ed McLean has 2 points in the game. That was back in the first quarter. His only other opportunity to score from the line, he missed both. So he's 0 of 2 from the free throw line here tonight. Lincoln with a 7-1 Narrows League mark lead the league. And the free throw by McLean misses off the back iron. He's 0 of 3 from the stripe so far this evening. And the official is going to go over and talk to one of the Rams about maybe fighting for position on the free throw.
No, I think they're discussing where they're going to go out for dinner after the game, Tom.
Ivy Smith is the one he's talking with. Smith, those long arms, got one in the face of Tyree Babs. Second shot by McLean. It's good. Babs finally makes the free throw. He has 3 in the game. And the Wilson lead, 51-46, a 5-point advantage. And we have a traveling violation as Campbell took the pass into forecourt and slid with the pivot foot, and another turnover against Wilson. And that's been their bane all evening long. Turnovers, and silly turnovers at that. No pressure that time, and he turned it over with a silly travel. Here comes McLean across the timeline in forecourt, down to our right for Lincoln at the midcourt circle. Campbell pressures him, so he'll give it to McLean on the wing left side. Checked there by Holland. Back out on top. No, he looked for Nelson. Instead goes to Martin in the corner. Pressured by Smith. Puts the ball on the floor. Picks it up. Drives the baseline right side. Pass underneath through the key to right. Right shot no good. Got his rebound double team. Goes back up. Put it off the glass. Counted, and he's fouled from behind by Wilson's Brian Foster. Number 2 on Foster. Give Wright 10 in the game. And a chance to complete a 3-point play and pull his team within 2 again.
Wilson's done a great job tonight against Billy Wright, keeping him pretty much inactive underneath the basket. But when he's going to go in for the shot, you either take him out on the play or let him get off the shot and give him the 2. Don't put him at the line to give him a chance for a 3-point play.
Wright's perfect at the line tonight. He'll be looking for his 12th point. He's got it. Should say his 11th point. He actually did miss one free throw late in the first half. Wilson up by 2 on the overplay. They almost come up with a steal. Lincoln in backcourt. Smith checked by Lincoln, gets the pass up ahead to Holland. Holland at the top of the circle. Pass up wing right side. Baseline drive. Change of hands. Laid up with the left hand for Foster. Now with 8 in the game. And a whistle in backcourt. A reach-in and a silly reach-in foul on Campbell for Wilson. And that will even up team fouls at 6 apiece. And for Campbell, as his second personal.
Now, for all intents and purposes, both teams are in the bonus. If the next foul will send him to the free throw line to shoot the 1-on-1.
Martin in backcourt, walking it up along the sideline in front of the Wilson bench, gets trapped at the free throw line in backcourt. Double team pass off to McLean, wing left side, gets it across the timeline, trapped in the corner there, pass deflected by Smith, throws it into Campbell, up ahead to Holland, go to the hoop, one hand finger roll. The ankle prevented the slam, I think, but Holland gets the 2. Holland now with 15, and Wilson up 55-49. The advantage is back to 6. McLean loops a pass to Martin. Up court, wing left side, won't take the shot, waits for Nelson. Nelson at the 3-point line. Pressured by Holland. Bounces away, and he's fouled from behind by Campbell or Holland. I think it's Holland who's going to pick up the foul for Jeremy, his second. That puts Lincoln at the line. They are now in the bonus 1-1 coming up for Nelson with 4:34 to go.
Holland is not at full speed as I'm watching him, and he continually works down to work on the ankle, but he's not at full speed as he runs up the floor. He pretty much plays out in the perimeter, and you can tell that he hurt his ankle and he's not 100%.
Nelson with his 14th point of the evening, his first shot from the line tonight. And remember, he had a big free throw to beat Development earlier this season.
1 of 2. He made the second one.
Well, the first one was the big one. And the next one on the way, hit the front rim, rebound McLean in the paint, picks it out, takes up residence on the wing left side, pass to Martin in the corner left side, beyond that three-point line, gets the defense up, drives the baseline, kick it under Babs. Babs puts up the short three-foot shot, it's good! Tyree Babs now with 13, and it's 55-52. Wilson's lead is 3. Here comes Holland, pass in the corner, right side, ahead to Foster. Foster looking for Brady. Brady outside the three-point line. Low post to Valentine. Turn around, put it off the glass too hard. Tip right there by Smith. Ivy Smith with 10 points. Wilson 57, Lincoln 52 as we approach the 4-minute mark. McLean picked up the dribble in backcourt, lost control of the basketball, picks it back up. Cross-court pass ahead on the wing left side of Nelson. Drives to the baseline, bounce pass through the paint, stolen away by Brady. Brady picked up the dribble. He's in trouble. Ball knocked out of bounds, and McLean saved him that time. If he had just trapped him back there, he had nobody to pass to. They probably would have got a 10-second violation. Instead, he knocked it out of bounds. Wilson will inbound against that Lincoln full court press. The trapping defense in backcourt to Holland. Beats Nelson on the spin move across the timeline. Drives all the way. Go up. Shot blocked from behind. Foul coming up on Billy Wright as he hammered Holland. And Holland, already with an ankle injury, is down on the floor again. And this time he might be holding his head. I can't see from here. Is it his knee?
It looked like his head. It looked like he took an elbow to the face as he went up for the lay-in, and Billy Wright said, "Not in my gym," and just smashed him to the floor.
Looks like they've actually given Ershad Altheimer the foul, or have they put it up yet? They had to be on Wright because Altheimer's not in the game. So there it is. Billy Wright, number 1. 7th team foul.
That's right. You got 5 fouls, and I don't blame him. It was a vicious-looking foul, but he didn't get off the shot, and that's what you should do.
Holland is at the line. He has 15, looking for his 16th point. Free throw is good. Line drives it in. CNN caught nothing but net that time. Wilson up by 6, 58-52, 3:44 to go. Regulation. Second shot by Holland is good. And Holland now with 17. And the lead is 7 at 59-52. Against pressure in backcourt. Lincoln gets it across the timeline. Wing. Stolen on the pass from Wright. Ahead by Foster. Ahead to Brady. Here comes Billy Brady in backcourt. Takes it across the timeline. Down the left side. Picks up the dribble. Gets double teamed and trapped. Finds Ivy Smith. Pass. Baseline. Lost control of the basketball. Out of bounds. Another turnover by Wilson. Wilson is keeping Lincoln in with some of these bad passes and these silly turnovers. Inbounds pass comes to Martin, and you cannot keep a team with the skill and the leadership of Lincoln in a game close at the end. Here's Wright. Bounce pass ahead. Up the glass. Lay it up off the feed from Wright to Babs, and Babs now has 15, and the lead is 5. Up ahead. Oh, a one-handed jam! Brian Foster has 10, and what do we have? A whistle. Is cannot be. If this is a technical for grabbing the rim, he went up with one hand and slammed it in. This is a bad call by the official.
Dave Carone.
This is a bad call. No way this is a technical, and apparently it's not.
Oh,
so we take back what we said about Dave Carone.
I don't think it was.
This is a good call by Dave Carone.
Yeah.
I don't know what the whistle's for, though. I think he just warned him.
Yeah.
I think that was what he warned him, and we can live with that.
Yeah, we can live with it.
That's a good call, I think, by the official. Don't want a technical late in the game to decide. Wilson easily gets beat on the fast break that time as Lincoln beats the press. Tyree Babs open up court. Babs easy layup for 17 in the game. Oh, Brady got away with a travel, lost the basketball in backcourt. McLean picks it up, goes to the hoop, lays it up, and it's good. McLean now with 5 in the game. The lead is 2. Inbounds pass stolen by McLean. He'll go to the hoop. Shot blocked, and he's fouled by Brady.
This place just came alive in the last couple of seconds. Eddie McLean's been quiet tonight. Only 5 points, spent most of the fourth quarter on the bench with the fouls, but he comes in and sparks the team and gets the crowd into the ball game.
Martin actually stole the ball with a deflection. It deflected right to McLean, and McLean fouled by Brady. Now McLean is at the line. He is 1 of 4 from the free throw line tonight. He has 5 points in the game.
Two big free throws here if he makes them both.
He can tie it up with 2.5 to go. First one on the way. It is good. He's got 6. Clutch free throw from Ed McLean, the senior floor leader for Lincoln.
There was an article in the newspaper earlier this year featured Eddie McLean, and on that same night they went up to South Kitsap and promptly got spanked and sent back with the loss.
Playing second shot. Wilson's going to call for a timeout. If it's good, it's no good. Rebound. Smith has it. Smith in backcourt. We'll leave it for Valentine. Back to Smith. Smith across the timeline, leading by 2, 61-59. A pass into the paint, stolen by Lincoln. Ahead to Martin. Martin up court to the top of the key. Dish it off. Pass deflected. Ivy knocked it out of bounds, but he was touching the end line with his foot. It'll be Lincoln basketball. They have a chance to tie. 2:22. Lincoln has possession. Wilson calls a timeout. Our score, Wilson 61, Lincoln 59. This is high school basketball on 1180 KLAY. For a member of the cheer staff for one of the teams go out on the floor and do some flips, and then somebody from the stands for the home team has come out and copied them.
Well, he's the same guy that we saw Curtis against Rogers, Tommy. He's the same guy, and he just travels around to all the high school games and comes out of the stands. He's to what the NBA's squash is to the Sonics. This guy's to high school basketball.
He's more like the chicken then because he travels.
Yeah.
Here's the double team trapping. It's stolen by Wilson. Smith into forecourt. Doesn't have the number. Is going to take it to the ball, to the hoop, lay it up. He got it to go anyway. Smith with 12 as he took the 2 defenders to the hoop. Finger roll layup is good. A whistle blown. What do we have?
Somebody from Wilson said something to one of the Lincoln players after the basket was made, and then Kevin Johnson said no more of that, and they wanted having a conference out at midcourt to find out who said something.
Well, I think it was Smith. Smith after the layup took 2 defenders and laid it up. And as you mentioned, some trash talking, and the officials are going to just stop, calm things down, and get control of the game as Wilson is up by 4 at 63-59. And the official goes over and talks to Smith about the trash talking.
Tomervik,
he pulls Foster over, and he says, look, no more of that. And you tell Smith, we don't need that either. We're ahead by 4 in a hostile gym here. Let's not blow it with 2:09 to go.
But before the ball game, they've lost 6 ball games this year, 4 league games, and all of the games that they have lost this season, they have been close or had the lead in the final 3 minutes. That was the case tonight. With 3 minutes to go, they had the lead in the ball game.
McLean pass to right, up ahead to Babs. Leave it for Martin on the wing left side with Smith on him defensively. Martin gets double teamed, trapped in the corner, finds Babs out on top to Nelson. Nelson at the 3-point line. Won't take the shot as Brady comes out to Martin. Drives into the paint. Dish off right side. Shot from there is good by Billy Wright. 12-footer by Wright. He's got 13. 63-61. Wilson's lead is 2. Smith across the timeline. Pass to Valentine. Playing with 4 fouls on the wing left side. Top of the circle to Foster. Back to Valentine. Valentine looks for Holland. Gets some help. Holland between the circles. Pass off wing right side to Foster. Babs comes out to apply the defense. Foster dribbles away from pressure. Give it to Valentine. A minute 25 to go. Wilson with the basketball and a 2-point lead. Near the midcourt circle. Valentine picks up the ball. Passes it off to Foster on the wing left side. Checked there by Nelson. The pair of number 22 is going at it. Foster takes it out near midcourt. Wants some help. Pass off. His pass is stolen by McLean. On the way. Here comes McLean. Down court. Drive to the right side. Spin move. Goes up. Put it off the glass. Won't go. Rebound Smith. He was fouled, and McLean has fouled out of the game. Oh, what a break that one for Wilson as McLean missed the layup on the spin move. A nifty move. And then trying to make up for it as Foster got the rebound. McLean reached in and got the foul, and he is gone with a minute 2 left in the fourth quarter. Leads with 6 points, and that will put Foster at the line.
It was a nifty move, but he tried getting a little bit too nifty with it, Tommy. You know, that's what we we've seen a lot this season. A lot of these kids want to get Michael Jordan-like when they're going in for a lay-in and try to have their feet and ankles and body in different directions and lay it off the glass and look good for the people when there's only one way you should lay it up.
A lot of things you also see a lot of times, a team with a small lead will try to work a lot of time off the clock, work it for one shot. Then all of a sudden you're working all that time off. That shot becomes very important to make. And then by 7, 8 passes later, your passes become a little more tentative. And that time the pass, McLean read it beautifully, stepped in. Great job at tight-roping along the sideline, and then went coast to coast and almost laid it in. Foster with the Lincoln fans making noise, shooting the 1-1. Oh, no, he is perfect. In BC, nothing but core. Brian Foster now with 11. 4 Wilson players now in double figures. Here comes another big free throw. Wilson's lead is 3, 64-61. 1 minute, 2 seconds left. Foster at the line. The 6'4 junior. Second one hit the rim, no good. Altimer steps in, picks up the rebound for the Lincoln Abes. They're down by 3. Nelson, the three-point shooter, waving a hand. He was open on the left wing. Instead, Altimer will pull it out near midcourt. Take some time off the clock. Bounce pass, wing right side to Martin. Looking inside for Babs. He's fronted there by Valentine. Drives to the baseline. Double team. Goes up. Pump fake. No good. Rebound. And foul by Wright was Brady, who got the rebound for Wilson, for Billy Wright. That'll be his second, and that'll put Brady on the line to shoot the 1-and-1.
Things do not look good for Lincoln right now, trailing by 3 with 43 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Well, I can remember about a month ago, right in the same gym, things did not look good for North Thurston at this point. They were trailing by this much. They tied it up on a last-second desperation 25-foot shot.
Jerry Holmes.
And sent it into overtime where Lincoln won. Billy Brady has only 2 points. He's missed a lot of three-pointers, and he misses the front end of the 1-and-1. And so it's still a 3-point lead with 38 seconds to go. Look for the three-pointer. We'll follow Nelson. Lincoln will call a timeout as they get the ball across the timeline. Playing it out McLean, who was fouled out. They trail it by 3 with 34 seconds left. Let's see if they work a play. Let's see if Tim Kelly draws up a play for Nelson for a three-pointer. He has not shot well from outside, but he's a cool customer because no matter how bad he's shooting, he is not afraid to take the shot.
Well, there's 34 seconds left in the game. They're down by 3. I would like to see him try to work the ball down to Billy Wright, try to get the foul drawn underneath, and get him the 2 points. But if I'm Larry Tomervik and the ball's thrown down low to either Tyree Babs or Billy Wright, you let him go up with a shot and don't foul him. So that's what Lincoln might be thinking about. They haven't shot the three-pointer very well at all tonight. And I think their best bet is to try to work it down low and get the foul, get somebody to commit a foul. And remember, Wilson has a very young team. Get somebody to commit a foul underneath and get the three-point play that way versus, because there's still plenty of time with 34 seconds.
Neither team has shot the three-point shot. They've each made one. They've each probably shot, though, in double figures from the three-point line. Nelson hit one early in the third quarter. That was right before the 2 quick fouls on McLean, the foul and a technical foul. And Jeremy Holland, after sitting out much of the second half of the second quarter with an ankle injury, came off the bench in the third quarter, and his first points of the second half were a three-pointer. Following the timeout, Lincoln basketball at midcourt in front of the scorer's table just below us. Martin will inbound to Altimer at the midcourt line here as he takes the pass and begins to dribble between the circles right to left. And he is shadowed by Harris, who is checked in for Wilson for defensive purposes. Pass off to Martin on the wing right side. Drives to the top of the key. Nelson, three-point shot. Blocked from behind by Holland. Holland chases down the loose ball. Spin move on the pass to Smith. Smith way up ahead and threw it out of bounds. With 18 seconds to go, what a block by Holland. Bad ankle and all. Came from behind and blocked the shot from the three-point line by Nelson. But there's 18 seconds left. They'll get another shot at the inbounds pass. Wilson will pressure to take some time off the clock. Here comes Altimer down the right side across the timeline. Looks to the bench. Will not call a timeout. Now he'll call a timeout with 10 seconds. 9 seconds to go. And Wilson leading by 3. They have the numbers. They had a 3-on-1 break and again a turnover. They threw the ball away.
Well, I think Lincoln's best bet is here to go for the easy 2-point basket with 9 seconds left because Wilson hasn't shot very well from the free throw line tonight, and then try to get the three-pointer.
Wilson will give him an easy 2. Take probably 5 seconds to get the ball in bounds, call a timeout, and then you're down about 4 seconds.
But if they could get the easy basket on the baseline, if they're going to give up the easy basket, take it.
But they get the easy basket, they cut the lead to 2. That's going to take at least 3 seconds. Then Wilson can just run out the clock before inbounding the ball. They would not have no reason. So if they're going to take the easy shot, they've got to get it in before the 5-second mark.
as they're going to have to get the ball maybe right off the inbounds. If it's there, take it and get it to within one at 64-63, and there will be like 8 seconds, 7 seconds, and you foul right away. Wilson's very quick, though, and I'm sure that if they do get a quick basket here, I'm sure that the fastest player on the floor for the Rams will have the basketball.
What I think Lincoln should have done that time around was drive it to the baseline, call the timeout, and then do the inbounds pass that they have scored twice on easily against Lincoln. That would have been an easy two-point basket. As it is now, I think they're probably going to set up for the three-pointer. We'll find out. I think Wilson would give them an easy two-door backdoor basket. Inbounding at midcourt. Martin will inbound. Passes it in to Nelson on the wing, right side. Double team, spin move on Brady. Leans in, lost control of the basketball. Picked it back up to right. Three-point shot at the buzzer. Off the iron, no good. 1 second. That's the game. The Wilson Rams have upset the Lincoln Abes, and the crowd from Lincoln goes wild.
Look at Valentine. He's hanging on the rim. It's like they won the state championship, Tommy.
Wilson holds on with the big upset. The final score, Wilson 64, Lincoln 61. We'll be back to recap this game right after this. This is high school basketball on 1180 KLAY, Lakewood, Tacoma.
KLAY gives recognition to students.
The Negroes League can be dangerous. Belleville knows all about that, losing two close ones at home to North Thurston and to Lincoln. Tonight, the Abes find out all about it. The home court jinx as they lose a close one to Wilson. The final score, the Rams over the Abes, 64-61. That'll up the Wilson record to 5-6 overall and 5-4 in league play. Game over 500 in the Narrows League. Lincoln goes to 9-2 overall and 7-2 in league competition. And their lead in the league now very tenuous over North Thurston. They still have the victory over the North Thurston Rams. They lose tonight to the Wilson Rams. Let's quickly take a look at tonight's scoring in the ball game for the Lincoln Abes.
Leading the way for the Lincoln Abes with 17 points in tonight's ball game, Tyree Babs. Andy Nelson with 14 points. Billy Wright with 13. Gabe Martin with 7. And Ed McClain, not a very good night for Eddie as he got into foul trouble with 5 points for Ed McClain. Terrence Trent with 2. And Zach Payton off the bench with 2 for the Lincoln Abes.
And now for the victorious Wilson Rams, gutsy effort tonight for Jeremy Holland. Bad ankle and sore ankle and all. Not only the leading scoring, but a great block of a shot, a three-point attempt by Lincoln late in the game.
You know, he managed to score in every quarter of the ball game with his gimpy ankle and all. He had 8 points in the first quarter, 2 points in the second quarter, 3 points in the third quarter, and 4 points in the final quarter of play with the gimpy leg and all. And he played most of the second half after coming back from the injury. He finished with 17 tonight. Darren Valentine didn't play hardly at all in the first quarter. He finished the ball game with 16. Ivy Smith with 12. Billy Brady with 2. Bryant Foster with 10. And the nice little tomahawk jam for the Wilson Rams. Chad Parker with 2. And Chad did a good job in the ballgame. His score doesn't indicate it, but he did a good job of getting the ball up the floor and directing traffic in the ballgame tonight. And Demetrius Campbell with 2 points for the Wilson Rams in their 61-58 victory. 64-61, excuse me.
This is the post-game show. We'll be